video, but I guess it's to take some things off my chest. Where do I start? Let's just start here. I recently turned 19, and like every year, I take some time to reflect on what my life's been like over the past year. And honestly, this year feels different. It's empty. Just feels like something's missing. You know, people say that high school was the best years of their life. I guess for some people that might be true, but for me, it was it was a struggle. Ever since I was a kid, I've struggled socially, I guess. And I think part of the reason is because my parents got divorced when I was young. I had to move halfway across the globe. It was quite a tough time. I remember feeling so lost, you know, alone. I didn't know what was going on or who I could turn to, you know. Just felt like everything turned upside down in the snap of a finger. Just like that. I lost friends, loved ones. Most of all, I think I lost my confidence. Like, you know the feeling when you're starting a new school, everyone excited to make new friends. Well, try being the kid who like started halfway through the semester. Friend groups have been made, you know, relationships have been connected, like whatever. It was tough, but you know, eventually I made some friends. We had amazing time together. Then, you know, COVID hit. Again, everything changed. We were stuck at home. But that's when I really came out my shell. You know, we had a Discord server, you know, for our friend group, and I just felt more comfortable talking behind the screen, you know. I didn't have to face anybody. It was easier that way. Anyways, COVID, 2 to 3 years, you know. Some people say it was the worst times of their lives. I think it was not that bad. Anyways, 6 years went by. You know, senior year. You know, our friend group has solidified. You know, they made hobbies, sports, cars, motorcycles. You know, the usual stuff. Some people stayed, some left. Now I'm in college. You know. When you start college, you look back on your high school and think, maybe that was my peak. Like high school was my peak life. You know, laughing, having a good time with your friends. You know, that's how it felt. But then everything came to an end again. We all went our separate ways. You know, I had a difficult choice to make. Either choose the college my friends went to, or, you know, go to the college that was closer to my house. Because it was quite a commute, you know. I I would have to travel for an hour or two, which from where I'm living, I would not make it on class every day. So I made a choice, you know. I chose the closer college. I thought, you know, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. You know, we would still hang out, just like the old times. here I am now. Freshman year. Every day I go to college. I put on a face, a facade, a mask. Guess it's been like that for the past few years, you know. I have friends, you know. I made some friends. They're nice people. They're good people. But it's just not the same, you know. And here I am now, trying to navigate this new chapter of my life on my own. You know, it's tough. Sometimes it feels like no one really knows me. You know, as I stand here today, I'm just left wondering, what's what's the point of all this? Is this really living? Or am I just going through the motions? Like, the truth is, I don't know. You know? And that uncertainty is what keeps me up at night. But, you know, maybe sharing my story will help me find some answers.